Thank you, Lauren, for talking about how to stay safe in the workplace during COVID-19. Now, I'm going to talk about the protocols of mass gatherings according to the CDC. According to the CDC, a mass gathering is a planned or spontaneous event with a large number of people in attendance that could strain the planning and response resources of the community hosting the event, such as a concert, festival, conference, or sporting event. The CDC is telling everyone that these events must be canceled or rescheduled. Thankfully for technology, many of these gatherings can still be done via face calls or video chats. It is very important to follow these protocols that the CDC has laid out because it is the only way we currently know of how to stop the virus, and these rules will keep us safe and healthy. Most mass gatherings around the world have been canceled, but if you still have some sort of event planned, you should consider postponing this event or doing it digitally. Another suggestion the CDC gives is to make sure to check up on the people who are attending the event, to make sure they know of the current situations and to keep them informed. The best way to do this is by establishing a system with any coworkers that can effectively communicate with everyone and make sure that those employees are doing okay. Also, another thing to consider is the fact that in many instances that states and counties have a stay-at-home order in place. So holding these mass gatherings in public events would be illegal and subject to very large fines. The reason it is so important to not have mass gatherings is because of the reproductive rate of the virus. R0 is a term that indicates how contagious an infectious disease is, or also known as the reproduction number. So essentially, when you get the virus, the amount of average people that you will pass it on to. The R0 of the flu is typically about 1 to 2.2 people. So for every person that you pass it on to, they will pass it on to another 2.2 people. However, with the coronavirus, the R0 is about 1 to 4.3. So for every person that gets it, they will pass it on to an average of over 4 people, which is what makes this virus so powerful. This virus is almost double as infectious as the flu. By staying home from these events, you will be able to keep yourself and your loved ones safe and healthy. In conclusion, as Tree has told us, COVID-19 is very dangerous, and we must follow CDC guidelines strictly during the current COVID-19 pandemic crisis. These rules are only going to benefit us and those we love. Ken informed us about how to follow these protocols to keep ourselves safe, including keeping 6 feet of distance between others when we are in public, keeping our hands washed, and encouraging us to stay home. Lauren told us about the importance of following the CDC guidelines in the workplace if you have to go to work, which include many of similar things that Ken talked about, like keeping distance, keeping our hands washed, and only using your own personal items, especially in the workplace. And as myself has informed you guys, mass gatherings should all be canceled or rescheduled. However, there are alternatives online that can work, such as face calls and video chats. And sometimes these legal documents can be very long and boring, similar to the CDC's brochures that we have all read that are 14 plus pages. So pretty much to summarize everything, stay home and save lives.
I heard you coming out. I was like, oh, that